Title: Oh dear, what a nightmare. Real-life horror unfolds at Stephen King's crib. TLDR, things got Stephen King level creepy at the master of horror's own digs in Maine. A deer somehow managed to impale itself on King's fence, forcing local cops to play the Grim Reaper. This wasn't a scene from his latest novel, folks, but a heart-wrenching episode from real life. Talk about life imitating art. Welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up. In a strange twist of irony, Stephen King, the dude who's kept us awake many nights with his chilling tales, found himself embroiled in a real-life nightmare at his home in Maine. So here's the sitch: our friendly neighborhood deer somehow managed to get itself impaled on King's fence. Yeesh. Who would have thought that the scariest thing to happen at King's place wouldn't be one of his creations, but rather, Mother Nature herself acting out a scene straight from a horror flick? Now, this raises a seriously interesting question. What's up with Maine's deer, y'all? Are they trying out for the sequel to King's Pet Cemetery? In the face of this tragedy, local cops stepped up. They donned the cloaks of the Grim Reaper and put the poor creature out of its misery. We gotta commend them for making that tough call. After all, no one wants to be that guy, right? The unnerving event hits a little too close to King's spooky tales. Makes one wonder, is life trying to one-up King's masterpieces? Is this a twisted sort of tribute to King's literary contributions? Or has Maine always been this eerie, and King just tapped into the vibe? And hey, does King get to put this on his writing resume or what? Inspired a real-life horror scene at my house. Now that's a line you don't see every day. But in all seriousness, we have to remember the loss that occurred. As we giggle and gasp at this uncanny event, let's spare a thought for our hoofed friend who didn't make it. Here's to you, dear. We hope you're bounding through endless green fields in the afterlife. So dear readers, let's wrap up with a head-scratcher. Do you think life is becoming more like a Stephen King novel, or has it always been this way and we're just now noticing it? Disclaimer: this article does not encourage any harmful or illegal activities. It is intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only.